A'udhu billahi min shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ati Allah ati ya Rasulul amri minkum. And always a reminder for myself, Ya Rabbi, ana abdukal ajiz, da'if, o miskeen, o zalim, o jahal. But for your rahmah and mercy, Ya Rabbi, that I'm still in existence and that we are in existence by Allah's infinite rahmah. And this holy month of Hajj, the Hajj is coming to its completion. The month is still here as a reminder for us that before the Muharram and the Hijrah month opening, a new year coming, that Allah wants for ourselves tremendous reality. That the holy Kabah is a symbol. It's a symbol of something that lies within insan far greater, and that insan walaqad karamna bani Adam, that the creation of Adam and Eve is a noble creation and is a truly blessed creation of Allah, and what Allah has bestowed upon insan. That I made you with my hands and I blowed within your being from my Divinely Presence. Means insan is made from the hands of Allah. Means Allah is the maker of Bani Adam, and He blowed in from His spirit to give life to this Adam and Eve. The Kabah is made by your hands, not the hands of Allah. So it means it's a symbol, it's a symbol of something for the outside, because inside ahlul tafakkur are very few. Throughout Holy Qur'an Allah make reference to ahlul tafakkur, none know but the men of tafakkur. So easier to show the sign on the outside, very few will be those who look inside and astonished at what Allah has bestowed. When Allah bestowing and saying, وَلَكَ الْكَرَمْنَا, I have given you a karamna, I have given you such an honour. For Allah to say that is beyond imagination, so we have probably no idea what this honour is. And most definitely not limited to this form. There must be a form and must be infinite realities within this form, to the smallest cell and to the smallest atom of what Allah put of His izzah, His might and His realities into that being. And says that your heart is the house of Allah. Qalb al-mu'min baytullah, the qalb al-mu'min baytullah means that shaitan comes to believing people and makes their life like a tasbih that you cut the string. The beads are everywhere. So they come with the same understanding, and people whom are defended and protected, mahfuz, they are protected from the wildness of shaitan. And Allah make them like the tasbih. Their string goes through all the beads and they can put many things together for the mind and the heart of the believers to understand. That when Allah is giving us an honour and Allah is teaching that your heart is my home, your heart will contain my light, I have given to you an honour. And Prophet comes then to explain through holy hadith that yes, Allah's not on heaven and not on earth, Allah's not on heaven and not on earth, but I'm on the heart of my believer. So now they just finished the physical Hajj, and many probably went, 99.9% went like a tourism for tabarak. They went, they completed what Allah had asked of them, and they came home with that blessing. But very few have the understanding of what's taking place. And that's why Allah ittaqullah, have consciousness, wa kunu ma sadiqeen, keep the company of sadiqeen. And then those sadiqeen in all their teachings, they would ask their students, where are you going? Where are you going? So, I'm going for Hajj, Shaykh. So, okay, what do you know from Hajj? Well, I'm going for Hajj. Said, you're sitting with the Shaykh of Haqqaiq and you don't know anything of the Shaykh's reality, you don't know anything of your reality, you think it's time now for you for Hajj? Or maybe wait, learn about yourself, learn about your tariq and your way. By learning about yourself, then when you go truly as a guest of Allah, not as a tourist just trying to spend money. If you don't know that which is with you all the time, you don't know what this is, you don't know who resides within here, you know the reality of the Shaykh. If you don't know all of those, then why spending that money and going that far and doing those practices if you're not yet at a level in which to respect them and understand them with the haqqaiq in your heart? Because then you're going like a tourist. And all tazkiyah awliya, all the stories of awliyaullah and pious and salihin, they were always teaching the students, first get to know yourself. You're so close to yourself, you don't have to spend expensive tickets. But you don't want to try to find your reality and you're searching for Allah everywhere else. What we need to find is Allah within and begin to teach that the heart of the believer is the house of Allah. So spend your life in cleaning your heart. Same group of people continuously try to build masjids. Why you want to build masjid everywhere if your own masjid is not built? House of Allah. And that's the problem the nation has. Everybody preoccupied, shaitan may even preoccupy you with something that is good, just to keep you busy from something that is truly magnificent. Means to build your own heart is a battle against shaitan, because one rijal, more than 1,000 men. One who reaches to their reality is hadith of Prophet is like 1,000 men. Shaitan has no interest in somebody becoming a rijal. But get 1,000 men to preoccupy themselves thinking they're going to build the masjid of Allah, and none of them build the masjid within the heart. 1,000 wanting to go for Hajj and spend thousands of dollars but never spending any time to build their heart. And awliyaullah come into our life and begin to teach, no, that heart of yours is the house of Allah. If you purify the heart, you sanctify the heart, take out all the idols of the heart. How many idols were there at the time of Sayyidina Muhammad? 360 idols. Everything Allah, any programmers with a little bit of programming understanding, you write a program, everything is perfectly numbered. Allah, this is a program we live in. This is not a random access, this is not every day something randomly changing, oh my gosh look the moon went in that direction. It's written, nothing changes. Everything is in a hisab, means everything is coded, the code is locked and closed. You have an ability to move within the code but you can never change Allah's code. So in this code of life everything is numbered, 360 idols. How many lataif the human insan has from teachings of Prophet 360. How many points on a circle? 360. And why they would show insan as the entire circle was a symbol. All of this universe within you. Everything that Allah created outside resides within. The Kabah outside, there's a Kabah inside. And until you understand the inside, the outside is just tourism. Has tabarak and blessing beyond imagination, no one's saying not go. But now you went or you're intending to go, but still the more powerful is to open the Kabah inside. That when you wash the heart, cleanse the heart and say, Ya Rabbi, that I want to make my heart your home, and I want to take away every idol, everything other than You, every bad characteristic that blocking me from You. That is the way of tazkiyah, that is the way of purification. That all of these practices and all of these zikrs and mahfils and the attendance of barakah is that these shaykhs, their nazar and the light that Allah is sending upon them, they're sending upon you. As these lights dress you, bless you, hit you, they begin to kill each one of those idols. Because the tajallis are directed, means where Allah wants their lights to go, they are very directed. It's not something random, they're not taking a hose and blowing it around. There's a very specific science of what's happening. As soon as you attend their majlis, as soon as you open your heart to love, what's happening? The heart becomes under their observation to be cleaned. The zikr, the lights, all of the attendance is going into the heart. And then these 360 lataifs all have to be cleaned so that all of these bad characters go, all the bad characteristics go. And then we begin to understand that what Allah putting upon that heart. That's why He said, if that heart becomes purified, that heart becomes clean. Just like we described from the Kabah that Nabiyin, whom Allah want in your life to be with whom? Allah said, if you want to be with me you have to be with the Nabiyin, Siddiqeen, Shuhada'i was Salihin. Those are the four corners of the Kabah. These people who took a life of tazkiyah and cleansing, their life is entirely based on that reality. That they have a shaykh who's from the siddiqeen, connected from the siddiqeen. Means all of them have a strong connection to Sayyidina Muhammad. Have you ever seen any of mashaykh who are not ahlul dhikr? Impossible for them to ever become a shaykh if they're not from ahlul dhikr. There are no shaykhs who are not ahlul dhikr. People who are not ahlul dhikr, they are not from these realities. These realities are purely, their food and sustenance is zikr of Allah, and their entire being is to be with Nabiyeen. Nabiyeen have attached to them siddiqeen. So they come from Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and Imam Ali, and these are the two firqat, the two branches of turuqs. The 42 or 41 tariqas come from Imam Ali and one tariqah from Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. It means the other companions are supporting and playing a role in that reality. But Nabiyeen, Siddiqeen and Shuhada means all of my mashaykh of who we're talking of, their reality, especially Naqshbandiyun and I'm sure many other tariqas, they have to be connected to shuhada, maqam al-mushahada. They have to be people who see and ahlul basira. They cannot be blind guides. So when the shaykh has ijazah for guidance, means the shaykh above is certifying this one sees. Be careful, because to where he sees is something could be unimaginable for you. But because of their training and humility, they show themselves as nothing. But these guides, they have to be able to see. They have to see the Siddiqs who are guiding them. It's a rope. Allah said, hold tight to the rope, don't separate. Because now they're going to describe the Kabah, not just the tawaf that people are making. but they are the real Kabahs on earth. Means that their hand is Inna ladina yubayyunuka yubayyunullah. Their hand is with Prophet's hand. They reach the real tawaf, in which if you look at the Kaaba, that you'll see the Kaaba with two golden doors. This is the heart of Prophet. You see Al-Hajj al-Aswad is what? Is a silver with a black stone. This is the hand of Prophet. That's why when you go there and you pray, what do you say? As-salamu alayka ayyuhan nabi wa salamu alaykum ibadillahi salihin. And all the salihin are accompanying Prophet. So ruhaniyat and the spirituality of Prophet must be there. Well, Allah's sitting there. If Allah's not there and everything in our life is La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah, where is the tajalli coming? Tajalli coming on the stones? Or no, the ruhaniyat and spirituality of Prophet is there. And those who see what they see, the heart of Prophet with two golden doors and two hearts. Come to my heart, because maqam al-iman, to love Prophet more than you love yourself. So the highest of iman is qalb al-mu'min baytullah, not qalb al-muslim, mu'min. Who's the biggest mu'min? Who's the biggest muhsin? Sayyidina Muhammad. Qalb al-mu'min baytullah. So baytullah is there, and Allah clearing for you that Prophet must be sitting there alayhi salatu salam. And with Prophet there, who? Siddiqeen are with Prophet always. Saliheen are with Prophet, shuhada are with Prophet. If shuhada are there, they produce saliheen. So means that reality of Prophet ring is right there, and everyone that making their Hajj, Allah inspire into their heart, kiss that stone because it's from paradise. No doubt it's from paradise, its Sahib owns all of paradise. Prophet owns all of paradise. It's Allah to need paradise for it. Allah the only want is Sayyidina Muhammad. All of creation is for Prophet. All of it is in the ocean of Muhammadun Rasulullah. So means the haqqaiq of it is that your whole life, their whole life, they reached to where they kissed the hand of Sayyidina Muhammad. And as a result their deen is real, they are connected with Prophet. That heart opened and said, you enter in, because you are from the people of the Bab. So all these awliyaullah, well, you call them the people of the Bab. And Bab also sounds like ahbab. Bab, ahbab, the lovers. The people who are at the door, they are the lovers of Allah. What was Allah's order? قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Your whole life is fattabi'uni, follow. It never ends, fattabi'uni. Your whole life is, Ya Rabbi, how do I achieve that? Follow the way of Prophet, love Sayyidina Muhammad more than you love yourself. You'll be lost in the love of Prophet. If you enter into that city as ashiqeen, you'll be with whom you love, not by your prayers and by your fasting. Your fasting and your prayers will get you nowhere, there's no maqam to achieve. Your praying, your fasting, your salah, everything is an order from Allah. You have to fulfill Allah's order. But love, Prophet said, you'll be with whom you love. If you become ashiqeen and your heart become lost in the love of Prophet, your soul will move into the direction of Prophet without your amal. Just your amal make you to be clean and good, and your soul will move into that direction of that reality. So what they have from the hand of Prophet behind the support of the big Siddiqs, the 4 great Khalifas, of Sayyidina Muhammad. These are the Siddiqs. And who are the Shuhada? Who are those whom martyred themselves? Means they are the ones who took a life in which they died before they died. So the maqam of witnessing is that when your bad character dies, Allah will bring you back to life with the reality of your soul, and you live this life with your soul. This is the hadith in which Allah said, "Come to me with voluntary worship." Hadith is Qudsi. Come to me with voluntary worship, I'll be the hearing in which you hear, I'll be the seeing in which you see, I'll be the hands in which you touch. These are heavenly, these are not these are attributes that Allah said, "I will be." Means I'll activate your soul because you're from the people of sincerity and muhabbat. You love my beloved one. As a result, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحِبُّكُمُ اللَّهُ. You have gained Allah's love. If Allah's love upon you, no doubt you're going to hear with Allah's power, you see with Allah's power to their darajats and to how much they've trained. Your hand will be my hand, means that yad Allah on your hand have power. If you make a du'a, that du'a will be accepted. Your feet have power, where you move is the qadam of the Siddiq, the qadam of Rasul, qadam al-Haq, that their life they took to that hand of Prophet, and every movement that they're making in their life is by request of Prophet. As a result, their foot is the foot of Haqq, is the foot of the Siddiqs, and that's why they are called muqaddam. Muqaddam, not from their own qaddam, they don't have their qaddam for dancing. Their feet are on the feet of the Siddiq on the feet of the Haqq, of Janab Haqq Sayyidina Muhammad. And as a result of these whom witness and their hearts are open and they see, some can see through the 7 heavens into the Divinely Presence. As a result, all their association produce salihin. Not from the actions of the people in the association, but the light in which Allah dressing upon them, the nearness and proximity of what Prophet dressing upon them, that you can never achieve in 1,000 and 2,000 lifetimes, you cannot achieve it by your amal. That's why we say every Friday at the Jummah, whom Allah guided has been given guidance, whom Allah has not guided is not guided. It's not something you can achieve by yourself. When Allah want to give a guidance into the darajat of what guidance. If Allah want you to reach a haqqaiq of these realities that they're talking about, He has to give you a gift of guidance. As soon as you're guided, you enter into their associations, their lights, their teachings, their realities are something completely different. And they begin to teach you. That's why they were called the Kabah. Because as you're making tawaf in Mecca and making tawaf around that reality, they are walking version of that reality. Why? Because Nabiyeen is with them. If Prophet you be with whom you love. These ahbab al-Nabi who have such a love for Prophet, the hadith is also the other way, you be with whom you love, but more powerful is whom you love will always be with you. He'll never leave you to be alone if your love is true. People they say they love this and that, that's something different. But whom you love and you love with sincerity, we're talking about Prophet, that hadith, the reverse in its understanding is more powerful. That Prophet promised, "I will always be with you." Your love for me and you'll be with whom you love, more powerful is whom you love will always be with you. As a result of the love and nearness of Prophet to them, their lives are all tabarak, nothing from themselves, nothing about them. It's who loves them makes everything to happen for them. It's not what you know, it's who you know in this world. Imagine the hereafter. You can have all the degrees you want, If you can't get an interview for your job and you can't get the connection that you need to do something in your life, nothing will open. You can have 50 different master degrees, 50 different accomplishments. If that guy doesn't pick up the phone, nothing will happen in your life. Now imagine for akhirah. You think it's how much you've hifz? How nice your qiraat? How many rakahs you prayed? No. This is about muhabbat, that their akhlaq and their character is good. They are good mannered people and they have a tremendous love for Sayyidina Muhammad. And as a result of that love, Prophet has a tremendous love for them. And because of that love is Allah's Qur'an, فَتَبِعُونِي. You are living a life in which you're fulfilling my command, I love you too. Because if Prophet loves you, if Allah looks to the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad and sees your name there and sees your name there, Allah is happy. So, I love you more, you fulfilled what I asked of you. Because of that every ni'mat, every barakah, everything flowing. And that's why people want to be around them. That's why people want to show respect to them. That's why people want to be of service to them. They know or they don't know, their soul knows. This is from Nur al-Anwar wa Sirat al-Asrar, this is a Muhammadan. Because whom is accompanying that one is Sayyidina Muhammad. That's why their associations, they teach manners. Any of the association of awliyaullah, first thing to teach people what? Is manners. Have manners, because when you enter through that door the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad must be present. Why would he leave that one alone with a room of 80 people, for what reason? The minute he sits, Prophet must be sitting with him to accompany him, to show him how much I love you. You're doing this khidmat because of love for me, and I'm going to do a khidmat because of my love for you. Wherever you go, I'll be with you. That's what their ijazah means. That wherever you go you reach the point of muhabbat, that we are with you, I am with you. And their shaykhs tell them that, I am with you. If Prophet with you, all the Siddiqs with you, all ahlul bayt with you, all awliyaullah with you, fi samahi wa fil ard. And their light doesn't mean one direction. It is not one person, not one Bilal has to show up. When they say with you, they send a light to you and their light can be 100,000 places at the same time. Doesn't light have a wave reality? The soul you think it has a limited power like a battery, it shuts off? Their light infinite directions. I have a laser at home, I go like this and it like puts out 10,000 points. A laser pen made by a Japanese firm. What Allah gave to the soul. So you're infinitely more powerful that you can't imagine. If I let your soul to shine, you'll be in every aspect of my universe. There's not a point in this universe that your soul is not going to be there. The power of the soul is unimaginable. So it means these realities, the reality of the holy Kabah, the reality of what they're talking and teaching about. So it means that Kabah is a real reality. Our life is to reach that point. That, Ya Rabbi, let my heart to be your house, let my heart to be filled with Nabiyeen, Siddiqeen, Shuhada'i wa Saliheen. As a result of that, Allah with them, and He says this is the most beautiful association to be with. We pray that Allah open our hearts and our understandings to reach to these realities inshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. بحرمة محمد المصطفى وبسير سورة الفاتحة.
سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي